The first time someone called us a cute couple, I nearly spilled boiling milk across the counter. The second time, he didn't even blink, just smirked, as if the world had finally caught up with something he already knew. It all started on a Tuesday afternoon in a small coffee shop tucked in a quiet corner of Chicago, where the steam of espresso machines was louder than most people's ambitions. I had been working there for 6 months, taking shifts I didn't want, juggling college classes I barely cared about. And then there was him, Ethan. Tall, sharp-eyed, and far too comfortable in his own skin, Ethan was the kind of guy who made even pouring coffee look like a performance. When the manager announced we'd be stuck on the same shift for the rest of the semester, I laughed. Then I realized she wasn't joking. That laugh quickly turned into something else, a cocktail of dread, curiosity, and a strange electricity that settled in the pit of my stomach every time Ethan brushed past me in the cramped space behind the counter. From day one, customers noticed. Maybe it was the way Ethan leaned close to whisper sarcastic remarks into my ear, or how my face flushed bright red whenever his hand brushed mine reaching for the same cup. Maybe it was the way he looked at me, like I was the only person in the room who mattered. Whatever it was, the narrative took off on its own. "You two are adorable," a middle-aged woman once said, sliding a generous tip into the jar. Ethan only grinned and said, "Thanks, we try." I nearly choked on my own spit, but Ethan never corrected them. Not once. Working with him became a battlefield of stolen glances, lingering touches, and sharp words that hid softer truths. I told myself I hated Ethan's smug smile, the way he enjoyed watching me squirm. But beneath the irritation lived something far more dangerous. One night, after closing, we lingered longer than usual. The shop was quiet, the smell of coffee clinging to our clothes. I was wiping down the counter when Ethan leaned back against the espresso machine, arms folded, watching me. "Do you ever wonder why people assume we're a thing?" he asked casually, like it wasn't a question that could split my world in half. "Because you never tell them otherwise?" I muttered, refusing to meet his eyes. He chuckled, low and warm. "Maybe I don't mind the idea." The rag slipped from my hand. For a moment, the air between us felt like it could ignite. I wanted to say anything, but the words got stuck, tangled between fear and desire. Instead, I left. The weeks that followed were torture. Every shift was an endless dance of pretending. Pretending not to notice the way his gaze lingered too long. Pretending not to hear the hitch in my own breath when his shoulder brushed mine. Pretending not to feel something I had spent years convincing myself I didn't deserve. And yet, the universe, or maybe just the nosy regulars, kept pushing. "Such a sweet couple," one said, snapping a photo for Instagram. Ethan leaned in close, resting his chin on my shoulder, smiling at the camera as if it was the most natural thing in the world. My heart nearly stopped. After she left, I turned on him. "Why do you let them think that?" His smile faltered, just for a second. "Because I like it better than the truth." "The truth being?" I whispered, my throat tight. "That you'll never let me call you mine." The silence that followed was deafening. I didn't sleep that night. His words replayed over and over, gnawing at me. I wanted to deny it, to laugh it off. But deep down, I knew. The truth terrified me, not because it wasn't real, but because it was. I had been burned before by family who didn't understand, by friends who walked away when I came out, by myself when I convinced my heart to stay locked away. Loving Ethan would mean opening a door I had kept sealed for years. But pretending I didn't feel it was killing me too. Everything came to a breaking point on a rainy Friday. The shop was nearly empty, thunder rumbling in the distance. A couple sat in the corner, holding hands, whispering to each other like the world didn't exist. I couldn't stop staring. "Jealous?" Ethan's voice broke through my thoughts. "Of what?" I asked too quickly. He gave me that look, the one that saw right through me. "Of them. Of how easy it is for some people." I swallowed hard. "You don't get it." "Then make me get it," he said, stepping closer. His hand brushed mine again, deliberate this time, his eyes searching mine. "Tell me I'm imagining this. Tell me I'm the only one feeling it, and I'll shut up." But I couldn't. My silence betrayed me. And then he kissed me. It wasn't gentle, it was desperate, messy, like two storms colliding. My hands shook as they gripped his shirt, pulling him closer. For the first time in forever, I stopped running. We didn't talk about it that night, or the next, but something had shifted. The tension that once suffocated us softened into something else, something fragile but alive. We still worked our shifts, still played our roles, but now there were secret smiles and stolen moments hidden behind the counter. It wasn't perfect. I was still scared, still unsure of what came next. But Ethan never pushed, never demanded. He just stayed. One evening, as the last customer left, he turned to me, his expression softer than I'd ever seen it. "You know, they're not wrong." "About what?" I asked. "That we're a couple." For once, I didn't argue. I didn't deflect. I just let the words settle, warm and terrifying and beautiful. And when his hand found mine, I didn't let go. Life didn't magically become easy after that. There were still challenges, still fears, still moments when I wanted to retreat. But there was also Ethan, patient, steady, infuriatingly sure of what he wanted. And slowly, I realized maybe I wanted it too. Months later, another regular came in, smiling at us as we worked side by side. "You two are perfect together," she said. This time I didn't blush. I didn't deny it. I just looked at Ethan and he looked at me, and for the first time I let the world see what had been true all along. We were a couple, and he never once had to correct them. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.